Hey there, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another StarCraft Brood War upload. And today we have a game between Windrunner and rugarug. This game was sent to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of Brood War. It is from one of my subscribers, as you can tell here, as Windrunner says, "Hello, StarCraft fans!" So I will be trying to cast lower level Brood War games here from time to time, about once a week. There it is, Falcon Paladin? Rugarug. Welcome to Lobby Brood War. Yes, this is a Lobby Brood War game. Mid-B, says Rugarug. Oh, it's going to be a Mid-B game. All right. Well, regardless, I've been categorizing my Brood War casts into super elite professional or not. So we kind of have a giant mixed bag for stuff that is not giant professional elite stuff, and that's what this one is. That's what this is. So we've got an orange versus yellow PvT here on this map, and I can't remember what the name of the map is. Can I see it here? No? I don't think there's a way to see it when you're in game. Really should have probably checked that one out. Regardless, we have it on ×2 speed here in the early game just because there's really not a lot happening in the early stages. You start out with 5 workers, and it takes a while to build up your economy and your buildings. One of the best things Legacy of the Void ever did was increase the number of starting workers to, is it 12? Either way, you start out with a lot. And it's nice. It is super duper incredibly nice. So, refinery is done here for Mr. Windrunner. Rugarug, on the other hand, has got his gas already happily mining out of this assimilator. Cybercore on the way from the Protoss player. We got ourselves a pylon coming up too, and that's a second barracks. So 2 barracks opening, which is fairly viable in TVP from Windrunner. But he really has got to start teching up to something else fairly soon here. He is supply blocked, you'll notice, 18 out of 18. Got to keep making those supply depots always and always. And there's your factory. There's your tech upgrade from the Terran player. Cybernetics Core is getting the range upgrade for the Dragoons. You'll notice these workers aren't automatically going to the mineral patches because you have to tell them to do it. Look! Just like that. Such a hard game. Such a hard game is the Brood War. You might be wondering, hey Falcon, why isn't this remastered? Well, funny story. Turns out I had a vacation scheduled during the week of the launch of Brood War Remastered. So I'm at a lake right now, at a cabin. I mean, I have mobile internet access, but I don't have my PC. I don't have my casting equipment. I can't cast Remastered, so it's going to be late. And you know what? I'm always late with this, you guys. I try to be on time for new releases, but it takes me a while to get up to speed sometimes. And I mean, I'll be here. You'll probably see some remastered stuff post on Saturday, maybe Friday, if I can pull it off. Might be Friday, but that's going to be the earliest that will happen. So a marine attack here from Windrunner versus Rugarug's Zealots. And if you don't micro well, the Zealots are going to win this battle every day of the week. 1 Zealot died, but that was like 6 dead Marines. These guys hit super hard, but they're slow, which means that they can be kited if you are so inclined. Expansion on the way here from both of these players. Actually, expansion done for Rugarug. Maybe this is a mid-B madness. Maybe I will give this a mid-B. Is that what he said? Did he say it was? I don't have a chat log, do I? No. Mid-B. I'll check it. And I'll put that in the thumbnail. The Zealots say, we handle those Marines pretty easily. These Terrans are weaklings, but not with bunkers, man. Not with the bunker. Get inside the bunker, Marine. Get inside the bunker. He does. Oh, gets inside the bunker. Now, this is good. Whoops. But what's even better is fire bats inside of bunkers. I remember, again, this is like memory lane time back in 1999, probably. I was in high school as this Vulture tries to deal with a Zealot and a Dragoon. Not as good. But I was looking how to deal with Zealots because I kept losing to Zealot rushes as Terran when I was playing in the campaign and playing against friends and stuff. And I found a page that was like, here's how you deal with it. Fire bats in bunkers are your god. And that has stuck with me for so many years, for 20 years now. For 20 years now, that phrase has stuck in my brain as saying, ah, yes, they are. Fire bats in bunkers absolutely annihilate both Zerglings and Zealots. So if you can get some fire bats out, it would be nice. But you need an academy for that, which our friend Windrunner does not have. Nor does he have any... Oh, he does have an academy. What? Make a fire bat, dude. Make a fire bat. All right. All right, I'm going to stop worrying about it. Is this expansion canceled? Oh, his expansion is canceled. That's super bad news. That is incredibly bad news for the Terran player, because whose expansion is not canceled? It is Rugarug's, which reminds me of Rugrats. Which, if I knew the theme song, I'd probably sing it, but I didn't watch enough Rugrats to memorize it. Oh, speed done for the Zealots. See, I didn't have cable growing up. I was not a cable home. Didn't have video game consoles either. Just a PC my parents used for responsible stuff. And then I could get games on there because we already had a PC, and it was fine. So that's how that worked. Is he trying to expand down south here? He is. I can't expand at my natural location. There are Protoss units out there that are very scary. Dude, go push them away. This is just a handful of Zealots and a single Dragoon. You have a tank. You have medics now. Get some dang Firebats in your army composition and go do this thing. He doesn't believe in Firebats. He doesn't believe in Firebats, but he's certainly making tanks. That's good news. And siege is already done because this guy's in siege, obviously. Missile turret coming up just in case a shuttle tries to come in and drop on their heads. It's possible. It's a possible thing, although I don't think we have a robotics facility. Templar Archives. No, we're skipping Robo pretty much entirely here. Getting those upgrades, +1/+1 on the way, and there we go. Marine tank with medic support, pretty great. The Zealots are trying to do this. They'll get some casualties, but like I said, Terran wins the day with tank, marine, medic. Medic! You need another medic to heal this medic. Yo, dog, I heard you like medic, so I got you a medic to heal your medic. Does bring the command center back all the way back to this natural base and land it, because now it is safe. Let's go down a little bit. I always worry about that too much, if this is exactly perfectly placed for optimal mineral harvesting, but that's not actually something that Blizzard worried about in StarCraft 1 that much. They're like, some bases will have maybe curvy, like this, curvy mineral patches. Other bases will have straighter mineral patches. Sometimes it might take some more SCVs to get up to your Vespene Geyser. Whatever. Do what you're going to do. It makes me laugh. Makes me laugh. They really care about that in StarCraft 2, though. Holy smokes. Every base on ladder maps is perfect. And if it's not, somebody on Reddit points it out and is like, hey, no, actually, these bases have inoptimal harvesting patterns. Suboptimal harvesting patterns for the Vespene Geysers. We need to fix that. And the Blizzard's like, you are right. And they do. Oh, look, it is a robotics facility just up here at the natural base. Using it for observers, though, which is fine. Observers are great. Are there any Widow Mines on the field? Terran players use Widow Mines. They are super great. Watch pros play the Brood War, and they use Widow Mines in PvT so much because Spider Mines. Spider Mines! I know. I get comments on every one of my Brood War casts that are like, you are such a moron. You don't know what anything is called. It's because I've been casting StarCraft 2 for the last 2.5 years, pretty much solely, and not even really watching Brood War all that much. And there are so many similarities, it gets confused. Spider Mines! Spider Mines on your vultures, but I don't think there are any vultures remaining. The upgrade, I can't tell if it's done either, because this is regular type Brood War. Missile turret at the front, and it's like the slowest push of all time from Windrunner here. I like it. He's going to slowly move up. This is how I beat a lot of the Terran campaign missions in Brood War, especially against Protoss, was you just made siege tanks and Marines and threw up bunkers and then put up missile turrets up and just slowly ate your way across the map. It was like World War I. It was trench warfare, basically. Took a while. Took a while to beat those missions, but in the end I got there. Actually, the second time, well, it was probably like the 4th or 5th time I played through the campaign. Just recently, I did not use the same strategy and instead was more mobile because I've learned from watching the pros. That's my last time going through said campaign. SCV is coming down here to scout, I think. Maybe trying to get a base up, but is accidentally going to scout this bit of a ninja expand out of rugarug. What up? What up, ninja expand? I'll kill you with my drill. Zoom, 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 zoom. Probe, save it. Save it. Zap, zap. It is. Yep, here we go. Zap versus zap action here. Who's going to win this thing? It's going to be close. And the SCV wins it with 10 hit points. Woo! What a victory. Send some units down. Okay, going to send some Marines down to try to kill that thing. You send some units to save it. He's got Dark Templar. DT's defending here would be super amazing, but they're just kind of hanging out. Guys, let's go. All right, Dragoons are moving. Gotta save it. Gotta save the base. He's not canceling it. 3 Marines versus how many Dragoons are coming? 3 Dragoons and 2 Zealots. Yeah, it's not going to happen. Not going to happen, Marines. You should have brought along more of those units if you hoped to live. Marine somehow down here just gets destroyed. The 3 Marines going after the Nexus. Distracted by a Zealot right at their face. +1/+1 on the Zealot with speed. And he's fine. He's got 2 kills. He not dead. And the Nexus is up and happily producing those probes. Wondrous, wondrous news. SCV, get to work. You're a lazy bum. In production, not much here from Windrunner. As it turns out, more tank production, Marines on the way. Tanks are sitting, or factories rather, sitting doing nothing. And I've got a drop ship, which cannot heal, mind you. Just is there for drop purposes, amazingly enough. Anyway, 2 medics are here. So, 2 medics seems fine. Oh, there is a vulture. Vulture, no spider mine upgrade. You might want to get that spider mine upgrade. Real good against dragoons, and your opponent has a lot of dragoons. You guys get to work. Get to work. Cha-cha-cha. Get to work. Meanwhile, bit of a... Scouts, what is happening? Where did this Marine come from? Did he just walk over here? I don't know. I don't know if they walked over here or what, but they're doing way too much damage. 5 kills on that dude. 3 kills on this dude. I mean, finally cleaned up, but was there a drop ship? Where? How did those guys get in here? Maybe they snuck in this way. Anyway, scouts are up, which, scouts are not that great. Unless your opponent has battle cruisers, I guess they're pretty good at picking out drop ships from the sky, but their range isn't wonderful either, so they kind of have to fly over missile turrets and Marines to do that, and then by the time they get some shots off on the drop ship, sometimes they're dead, and I don't know. I don't know what utility these scouts have. He was trying to hide them, but I'm pretty sure Windrunner saw these when he was attacking down here previously. We're going to speed it up, because these guys are taking their friggin' time here. I know, lobby games generally do have some downtime, for sure. Sending a lot of his army here to defend his sneaky, sneaky third base that Windrunner already knows about. Don't mind him. Don't mind him taking a sneaky base. Oversaturating his third. He needs a third base real bad. I mean, this doesn't seem like a bad location, does it? I would argue that does not. Nor does this seem like a bad location. There's just no gas. Is the problem of the day. Is it time to attack? Is it time to attack? Or are you just going back to the other side of the map here? That's my question. The answer is... It's time to attack for Windrunner. Sweet. Alright. Oh, there are spider mines. What? Was that vulture just out? Oh, no. Yeah, he was just out. Okay, great. So there are spider mines here. They are cloaked, but they have to decloak themselves to attack. So dragoons with detection can take them out pretty darn easily. Even without detection, actually, if they have range and they're positioned well enough, the spider mine pops up, the dragoons kill them, and they don't actually explode. Well, they explode, but not in a way that is damaging to the Protoss player. Are there more spider mines here? More spider mines on this ramp would be amazing. I would love to see that. Gonna happen? No? No. Alright, science vessel for detection or EMP, which is good at removing all the shields off of Protoss units. All of them. Not 100, not 150, 100% of the shields. And actually, 100 would be fine against these dragoons. So, good against buildings too, though. Really good against buildings. Here come the Marines. Here come the spider mines. He's trying to bait. I think he's trying to bait rugarug into these spider mines, which is a beautiful plan. Defensive matrix on this vulture. Go, vulture, go! Wow, he died very quickly. Very quickly here. And spider mines taking out several zealots, several DTs. Woo! A lot of dead Marines, though. That's a lot of blood in there. And the dragoons are still here. Oh, no. Tanks in siege mode can't run anywhere, dealing terrible damage to the dragoons, but otherwise, that was a ruffle stomping from rugarug. Oh, Scout actually took down a science vessel. Good job, Scout. Good job, Scout. Got more. See, but look, with the range upgrade and the observer thing, spider mines. No chance. Observer comes in, gets killed by the missile turrets. See, scouts come in. They can shoot ground. I didn't mention that, but they're pretty bad at it. Doesn't really matter here. Archon's taking out dropship. Dropship, I think, is just trying to run, attacking up this ramp. I don't know about this. It is +2/+2 on these dragoons, and there's only 2 tanks up there. But maybe take down the natural before you go up this ramp. Going up a ramp should be something you always think about very hard before you do it. Yeah, tanks just wrecking stuff right now. Marines, too, pretty good against dragoons. As it turns out, don't go up there. Yeah, that was death. That was death for rugarug. Holy shamoly. Meanwhile, the natural base is pretty much untouched. And attacking into the natural would have been so good. So good. Next time, rugarug, you will attack into the natural. It'll be great. It'll be great. You'll notice there's lots of minerals up here still, despite the fact that we're 17 minutes into the game. Main bases are not mined out. That's because you have a lot of mineral patches. A lot of mineral patches with a lot of minerals on them, and they just don't mine out as quickly as they do in the current patch of StarCraft 2. Legacy of the Void. Do I have Star Wars on the brain? I feel like I might have some Star Wars. Star Wars on the brain. Marine Goliath attack. Moving on in to this third base of rugarug. He's got some cannons up, which might actually be enough. 3 cannons. Wow. These Marines not doing very well at all. I guess they don't have any armor upgrades. Goliath got some damage done, but nope. Not enough to kill even one of these cannons. Rough go. It's a rough go of it, ladies and gentlemen. Another Marine attack coming down to this third base. Can he get it done? I don't know if he brought enough. Dude, bring some medics with you. Bring a tank. You know what would be real good against these cannons? A tank. Pro tip from Falcon Paladin. Tanks are great against static defense. And really anything that can't move, honestly. If you can't move, tanks are the answer. Did you just throw on spider mines? I think I heard some spider mines going down. There is one. Right here. He's trying to cover his backside while he goes in with all of these Marines. Again, still no armor upgrades. They do have +1 attack, which is fine, but there's 4 cannons, and they're attacking the cannon that wasn't already damaged. Yes, 1 photon cannon does get removed, but Marines without upgrades are not good against photon cannons. Like, put that on my gravestone, because it's the darn near truth. Engineering bay, another starport, armory done. Anything going on with the armory? Yes, actually. +1/+1 for the vehicles. And could start an upgrade for the ships as well if he cares about that stuff, and I'm not entirely sure that he does. Is he going again? He's going again with the Marines. Oh, he's bringing 2 tanks this time. All right, so this base is going to die. What are you doing? Rugarug, make some things. Okay, he's actually spending his money pretty well. A lot of scouts again. A lot of scouts. A little confusing. All right, so the tanks should be able to get up here and deal with this base all by their lonesome, because there's nothing else here. No zealots, no dragoons. Just the tanks and their best friends, the photon cannons. Well, I guess the Marines can go in and sacrifice their own lives if they want to. Coming from the backside, here we go. Rugarug, spider mines taking out a lot of these zealots, but not as bad. It's defensive matrix from the science vessel on top of this tank. And is it going to be enough is the question. Again, the scouts, once the Marines are gone, free reign. I mean, the siege tanks absorbed a lot more damage than it should have with that defensive matrix, but ended up getting killed in the end, and the cannons did their job. Cannons did their job. Third base here for Windrunner, up at the top side of the map on the right, and I think this army's heading directly there. Yeah, if I had to guess, I'd say that's where they're going, but coming to meet them is our Terran player. With +1/+1, but no medic support, and vultures. It's a weird composition. We'll see how it works out in the end. Scan revealed vultures trying to deal with stuff. Spider mines exploding. Getting some damage done here, actually. Taking out a couple of zealots. Zealots don't get one shot, but if they're already injured, it's pretty easy for them to die to that sort of a thing. So, saving it. Actually ends up saving that top right base. Another attack coming into the natural at the exact same time. Windrunner multitasking here fairly well. For a dude. I don't even know what that means. I'm tired. I am moderately tired, but here we go. Marines getting rid of a lot of these probes. They're going to die, because there's a giant Protoss army of Dragoons and Zealots and Scouts getting rid of them, but still. Not bad. Not a bad attack there at all from our orange Terran player. 99 supply for the Terran compared to 103 for the Protoss player, Rugarug. He's got to get up there and get rid of that base. You have to do it. You can't let that base just stay up there forever, lads. First Archon out. +3/+3 is done for Rugarug. That's not bad. 22 minutes into a mid-B game to have that happening. Another Nexus coming up, and the bottom sections, that's a 4th base here for Rugarug. And is there any defense available? Jeez, that's a lot of tanks. Wow. Windrunner, just by virtue of his tanks, might stupid win this thing. Surprisingly enough. All right, so the Scouts are here. Scouts in the early patches of StarCraft, like vanilla, were incredibly strong. Their ground attack was ridiculous. So Mass Scout was a viable strategy. They soon patched it to where Mass Scout was not a viable strategy, and they've never been really all that super great since. All right, is he not A moving? No, 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 rugarug. A move, A move. All right, not A moving. Can the scouts get rid of this command center? It's on fire. The Goliaths are here with their Charon booster upgrades, increasing the range of the Goliaths by 3. You can tell because they have little blue things coming off the back of their missiles now. That's why. Got to repair that command center, yo. Can someone repair the command center? You have a lot of SCVs sitting here watching this thing burn down, which doesn't seem ideal. I don't know if you can attack into these tanks either for Windrunner. This game is getting intense, ladies and gentlemen. It really, really is. I didn't even have this screened. I should probably have these screened, actually. You know what? I'll start doing that. I will start screening these. All right, repairing the command Centre du Command, which I think is the French version of that. This base up top for Windrunner is gone. Completely gone. And here comes the response. Got our science vessel, got Marines. Marines are pretty good against Archons. Okay, maybe not that good against Archons. Attacking in. And when you see those tank splash animations hitting you, don't go into it. Don't go into it. He's trying to go into it. Gonna lose all of his Dragoons. Yep, all of them. +2 attack done on those siege tanks. A lot of Goliaths here to protect that third base of his. Lost the fourth, but that's fine. An attack of vultures sneaking into this third base of a rugarug. Oh, look at the effectiveness here. This is what they were made for, is dealing explosive damage against little light stuff. Oh, there's not even, that cannon is unpowered even. Oh no. I'm actually hitting this pretty hard. No, wait, go kill the rest of the stuff. What's happening? Oh, setting up spider mines on the ramp. Spider mines versus Archons, eh? Oh, Archons don't trigger them because they're floating. I forgot that. Today I relearned that Archons don't trigger spider mines, and I think Windrunner might have actually learned that as well. So, vultures are all dead. There are still spider mines here, though, which is a problem for the future. But all the probes are toast at the third base as well. Luckily, this little fourth base is up happily running still. There's not a Vespene Geyser here, but that's okay. I think it's all right. Boom, 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 boom. I do love the Terran music. It is the greatest. It is the greatest music. As much as I like Zerg, as much as I main Zerg, and as much as I enjoy the Protoss music, Terran is the best. Marines try to come down and deal with this massive flock of scouts. Again, problematically. Drop action time! Dropping a bunch of Goliaths here at this natural base, and there are Zealots and Archons. Goliaths, it turns out, are super bad against both of those things. Tank on the high ground gets killed by an Archon. Doesn't even really get many shots off at all. And it's time for the dropship to head on back home. Is this one still alive? No. No, the Scouts found him. Scouts found him. +2 done. +2/+1 done for the Scouts. Good gravy. It's a lot of stuff. You know what else floats? Probes, SCVs, drones. They don't trigger spider mines either. Interestingly enough. And a replacement fourth base coming up on the right side here for the Windrunner. So again, he's got himself a science vessel. He's got himself a Goliath. And again, this tank count +2/+3 on these dudes is real scary. Could start +3 armor if he wanted, but doesn't seem to be doing that quite yet. Spending his money pretty well, I would also say. Meanwhile, scouts in here at this fourth base, getting rid of the Goliaths, but defensive matrix being used a lot in this game by Windrunner. I mean, it's not enough to save its life forever, but science vessel does get saved by Goliaths, saving the day. They actually don't, I was going to say, they don't care about getting shot in the back because they're taking down the command center, but then they did. They ran away. They ran away very, very quickly. 313 Zealots, 313 Archons as well. That is a pretty interesting tech switch here. Did he give up on, I think he gave up on Dragoons entirely. Surprisingly enough, but I guess if your opponent has a lot of Goliaths, Zealots are not bad. Zealots also okay against tanks, especially if they can get up close to them using shuttles. Do we have any shuttles is another question. I don't know. Fifth base coming up for rugarug and replacing his command center that was lost up at the top side here. We're going to call it his new fifth. His new fifth, I believe, is what we're going to call it there. All right, that base is done. Nexus warping in here, 5th base for rugarug. Nobody seems to be wanting to move anywhere, which is why we're on ×2 speed. But as soon as someone decides to go across the map, we will definitely get that covered. Supply depots got their spinning fans. They are big. Aren't they big? They're big. That's something they wanted to change in StarCraft 2 for sure, is making those supply depots a lot smaller. A lot smaller. So place your bets. Who's going to win this thing? 144 supply for the Protoss player compared to 163. Meanwhile, giant Marine Archon drop, getting rid of that 3rd base instantly from our Protoss player. So 159 for the Terran, 136 for the Protoss. And this could be a pretty devastating. Oh, we're counterattacking. Coming on in with the Zealots, with the Scouts, with the Archons behind as well. Are there enough Marines? There's a lot of Marines here, but the upgrades on the Zealots are actually keeping them alive a lot longer than they should be. Right on top of the tanks. Right on top of the Marines as well. And wow, clearing that out with Archon Zealot. With Scout support. Scouts taking out the Science Vessel would be nice, but they're so busy trying to kill this command center instead. You guys are dumb. You guys have real bad AI. Meanwhile, Terran Army's getting rid of this 5th base that was up. 3rd base also toast. Is he trying to fly in here? He's trying to fly in to defend it. With his dropship flying inside the main. Oh, only a couple Archons here to deal with that. They get killed very, very quickly. Look at this pathing too. The Archons have to come up around the outside. I don't know if that was intentional. But that was beautiful placement here from a Windrunner. Defensive matrix on the tanks. Defensive matrix on the Goliath. And he holds it. He loses his natural. He loses most of his army, but a ton of his army was actually out and away, and they came home just in time to make sure he didn't lose everything altogether. Meanwhile, attack of Mass Goliath here at the natural base of rugarug. What is this action? I mean, there's 15 damage per shot is pretty good for their ground-to-ground attack. Archon trying to join the party, but when you're outnumbered this much, you're just mostly gonna die. Same with that Zealot. This could be the end of it for our Protoss player. I mean, he is making additional Stargates, which is, I mean, not Stargates, Scouts, which is not what you want against fully upgraded Hellfire Missile Pack, Charon Booster upgraded Goliaths. Nope, Scouts are not your answer. He's going inside the main. Feels like I got this. I got this thing with my Mass Goliath play. Who knew? Who knew this would actually work here? Unless these Zealots and Archons can clear every single one of these Goliaths out, which I don't know that they can. No. No, they cannot. The Archon's doing very well for themselves. Wow, maybe they could. Okay, no. Wow, all but 3. And some Marines to join the party, so I think that might be it. Another base. We are expanding like crazy for Windrunner right now. And here comes the Orange Swarm into the main. There's nothing left. There's nothing left for rugarug. He's got 28 supply. Another giant army coming down the way here at 34 minutes into the game. Couple Zealots popping out of these gateways from time to time. Doing okay for themselves, but more often than not, just kind of getting completely splatted here. Meanwhile, there's a single scout trying to get rid of these dropships that are hanging out inside his main base. And I think this is going to be it. I just don't think there's anything left at all for rugarug in this game. Scouts got 4 kills. Again, 28 plus 6 is a lot of damage. 34 damage per shot when fully upgraded against anti-air. They're good against air targets, but not so great against the ground, which is what a lot of this stuff is. Marines have +3/+3 after a slow upgrade start here. Windrunner really got back on his feet, and that's going to be it. I just don't... There's no GG. There's no leaving the game, but... Do we give a couple more seconds here? Do you Terran fans want to watch this Protoss base just get annihilated by the Marines? Sure you do. Sure you do. A lot of probes getting murdered there. Swell. Does he even have stim? I just realized. Have we seen these Marines stim at all? You know what? He didn't make medics. Ah, that's crazy. He didn't make medics. Look at these vultures trying to throw spider mines down on these probes. Can't do it. So maybe he didn't get stim because he was using his gas on other stuff instead. Interesting build. Interesting build out of Windrunner. And that's it. That's it. No GGs. No GGs to be seen, but that's it for this game. Huh. So 35 minutes and 58 seconds into it, we get a winner. And his name is Windrunner. Whew. That was fun. All right, so that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another StarCraft Brood War upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.